But either way, we're young. We found some bones in the graveyard. Brought the bones to school and told the principal that the guy feeds humans to his dog that that lives next to the graveyard.
Yeah, we're just gonna start this shit live.
The only time I caught the Holy Ghost was when I was in church drinking.
Like they're two dumb dudes. Welcome to the latest episode of Sarat and Chris's Movie Therapy Podcast.
Right on it.
Look at that. And just so you know, bro, we already rolling.
I know, I saw it. That's why I said whatever I just said.
Your volume sounds a little low, bro.
It does? Oh, my mic is way the fuck back here.
Oh, yeah. See?
How's it?
Yeah, I had to get the camera going quicker today because I wasn't sure how long you was going to last.
Look, I mean, now that I'm sitting still, I'm okay. But when I get to moving,
I mean, you know, Chris might got a little bit of that the thing. We don't mention it out here. Anyways, welcome to the latest episode of Sarat and Chris's Movie Therapy Podcast. It's your boy Sarat, aka Makazi.
And your boy Chris Brown, aka Red Ford Delta. How's everybody doing out there?
Pull the mic just slightly closer to you. All right, there you go.
Oh yeah, I'm way the fuck off.
Nothing's right. It's all good. It looks like you were actually sitting back further than normal.
I probably was. Look. That's why I set up nothing. I literally just came in the house from work and I just threw my hat on my head. Like, fuck it, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah. So I know, so before we got on the cameras today, me and Chris were talking on the phone, and Chris is a little under the weather, so he wasn't sure if he was going to be in the mood or in the right mindset to record today. Mm-hmm. But I felt because of that, this might be the most opportune.
You trying to exploit me? I still got brain cells.
That's what I'm saying. But when your head ain't all the way there, sometimes you're thinking on a different frequency, and sometimes you throw out some gems, sometimes you throw out some coal. So we're gonna see what happens today. Oh man. I know we had a couple minutes to gather ourselves before we got on camera today. So as always, per the tradition, Mr. Brown, what you drinking?
Of course, I have my usual Jack Daniel. They going to work today.
All right.
But I also have what I call a simple beer, a Rolling Rock.
Rolling Rock.
Yeah.
I remember seeing commercials for that back in the day, but I had never tasted a Rolling Rock. You couldn't. I don't know if you could ever pay me to go buy a Rolling Rock unless it's for my dad, but he would never drink it.
Look, I'll tell you this. It's supposed to be like I'm not gonna say a light beer, but I guess like lighter than normal beers.
Mm-hmm.
But if I had to choose between this or a Michelob, I would choose this. I think it has a better flavor than me.
Yeah,
but it's still like water though.
Yeah, my dad loves his Michelob Lights.
Yeah, I know.
I can't tell. I mean, if I'm gonna drink a beer, I'm gonna drink something that tastes like a beer. In my head, I guess you find one that you like, but I don't know.
I mean, I don't want to shit on the product because I'm drinking it and I'm not upset about it, but it's not my go-to beer. Yeah. But I'll tell you this: I brought 4 16 ounces for $5.04.
Okay.
No, that's all I can say.
we got the Arbor Mist of beer right now.
Hey, that's all I can say. But I'm not upset about it. It's a cool little when you don't want to drink but you want to have a drink or something, whatever.
Yeah, I got you. Well, in your opinion, as far as like domestic popular beers, like what's your favorite
for a domestic beer?
Yeah,
that's a good question.
None of this double hop craft stuff. I'm talking about like the Budweisers. Yeah, the greats. Yeah,
the originals.
Yeah, exactly. The OGs is the original. 13 colonies.
Yeah, what's funny? Excuse me. I feel like the originals are only like Miller, Coors, Budweiser, Bud Light, which is basically the same company.
Yeah. Michelob.
Okay.
I feel like I would throw Heineken in there.
I thought that's imported. That's from Holland.
Okay, fine. That's an import. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not well versed in the beer game, so I have no idea.
I mean, out of all those, the go-to is Bud Light. That's like reigning champion right now. But
why? What is it about a Bud Light? Because I'll tell you right now, I've tasted one Bud Light in my life, and this is nothing on Bud Light. I
Mm,
just don't like the taste of beer, especially I can stand it a little more now, but back in the day, just didn't like the taste of it. And there was
mm,
one time where I was out camping and I had been drinking sangrias and shots and all this all day long. It's completely fine. And then we went and played Truth or Dare, and they made me shotgun a can of Bud Light.
oh
And I
shit.
threw up everything after.
Yeah,
So
that'll happen.
yeah.
Um, like I said, I don't really know all the originals, but
Mm-hmm.
out of those, the ones that I do know that I've tried, like I said, Bud likes to go to. I think just because they're advertised everywhere. Football
Yeah.
season, you know, they
Yeah.
serve it at every sporting event. It's Bud Light, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But as far as like on a nice hot day, I have to admit, Coors Light does have the coldest refreshing taste
Well,
in my
they
in
got
my opinion.
the mountains turn blue
Yeah,
on the can. That's to me, that's one of the dopest marketing things ever. Like, yo,
yeah,
when the mountains turn blue, this is nice and cold for you.
yeah. Because everybody knows it's not like a cold beer on a real hot day, but I gotta give it to Coors. It does taste the coldest.
So I never really understood that idea
Hmm.
back in the day of like which is a cold beer on a nice hot day.
Hmm.
But I've had moments where I've had a nice hard cider, like a nice ice cold hard cider on a hot day.
Yeah,
It's been refreshing as hell. The other day I
yeah.
went camping. I'm not camping. I went golfing with my brothers and
Hmm.
my dad, and we got back to the clubhouse, and I got a nice ice cold Angry Orchard with a ice cold glass. Put it in that first sip.
Hmm.
My God,
It's,
marry
it's,
me,
it's something
marry
about it.
me.
It's something
That
about it.
yeah.
Yeah, that nice cold crisp, especially like if you get it on draft.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like I have only time I've had a bad beer on draft is if the lines are bad. But if the
Yeah,
lines are clean and they actually take care of their draft beers
yeah,
and it's nice and cold on the hot, oh my good God, that first, yeah, like you said, marry me.
yeah,
I prefer draft any day over a can or a bottle.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I think too. I do too. I've just started, delving a little more. If I always ask if they have any ciders on draft. If they do,
Mhm.
I'm usually going with that no matter what.
Yeah.
Me today, I got
So what you
two
got?
more of my artisanal Brewworks Warheads hard seltzers. I got me a blue raspberry. Hold on. I got a blue raspberry. These lights is crazy right now.
Oh, okay, okay. So these are just different flavors, but the
Yeah,
same.
because so
Okay,
what I had
gotcha.
last time was like a little. It was a variety pack.
Hmm.
So I got one blue raspberry and another. Hold on. Watermelon, Chris
There
Brown
you go.
special.
Well, I said that'd be the one I go for.
Mm-hmm. I know you because they don't make orange,
No, they don't make fried chicken flavor.
bro. You know what? I got some fish or some salmon like sitting waiting for me that after we get done, I'm gonna cook and eat.
Mm.
But man, when you say that, now I kind of want some fried chicken.
Look, man, I told you I stopped for a detour to use the bathroom, and as soon as I walked out, they came and dumped that fresh hot pan out. And I was like, ooh, I need a thigh. I need a thigh. Just give me a thigh. The
That's
grease
like
was.
that's the equivalent of like underboob. When you see a woman with some underboob, you're like, oh yes. She's like, oh, look at the grease. Look at the
Look, man,
grease.
look. It was popping. It was
Yeah.
sizzling. It was
Do you,
golden.
do you like do you like yours like slightly burnt or like crispy?
I don't need. Oh, I don't know what that means.
Well,
Because I
you
like
crispy
some
like when you
crispy.
bite into it, it actually crunches
Yeah,
and
I
stuff.
definitely like that.
But like
Um,
you give those ones that it's so like crispy that you bite into it, the shit cuts the top of your mouth.
See, that's too crispy.
Yeah, that's what I'm
That's like
saying.
that's like it's been sitting there too long, crispy. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah. It's like
'Cause-
that's crispy, but then starting to go stale almost.
yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta have that crispy with the gush of oil that comes spewing out when you bite into it. Oh yeah, oh the
Uh,
grease,
I'm telling you,
that
man, there's a
oil.
spot in Orlando. It's called Dave's Hot Chicken, and I gotta go check it out like very soon. Just
Look,
cause I
yeah,
still gotta go to that Korean fried chicken spot too.
oh yeah, you told me about that.
Yeah,
Yeah, you definitely gotta go there
yeah. I'm
because I
just,
mean, nothing against the Koreans. I just gotta see how they do this.
bro, I'm telling you, next time you come here, yeah, because the Korean fried chicken is, I mean, Korean, at least the wings, Korean wings is really fucking good.
Mhm.
But yeah, I've been trying to stay good on my diet lately, so
Mm.
I haven't delved into any of that. But when I do, I will. And when I, man, that's gonna be a moment. I'm gonna be deep breathing. Oh.
Indeed.
Speaking of food that's bad for you, so the movie this week is named after a type of food that not necessarily it's not bad for you, but it can be bad for you depending on how it's made,
How it's
ingredients
made,
and stuff like that.
how much you consume.
Yeah, because I mean, I like me a nice, especially living in Orlando, I go get one with a lettuce bun, and
Hmm.
it is top notch.
Like I said,
But But the movie that we watched this week is on HBO Max, and it is a very recent one. It is the Bob's Burgers movie. I should
indeed.
pop up the cover. I don't have my phone with me right now. So all right, y'all gonna
Gotcha.
have to go look this up. I just had my phone like 2 seconds ago. But oh well. Y'all got oh no, here it is. Right here. Right here. See, I got too many tables around me, just like you, but
Hey,
Chris, I finally saw Chris's setup for his room.
this shit is dope,
Bruh.
and this shit is dope, and you know
Oh no, it's good. It's good. You know, if he probably got like if I do a little searching in there, I'll probably find a manifesto, a collection of MREs.
Uh,
Just he looks like a prepper, like a doomsday prepper in there.
hey, you never know. You
All right,
never know.
but if you this is
There you go.
the cover of the Bob's Burgers movie, very
Heard.
classic Fox cartoon,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And
Yes,
I was
indeed.
very excited to watch this movie because Bob's Burgers is one of my favorite cartoons. So, with that being said, my initial thought to this movie,
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was hilarious. Me
Okay.
personally, storyline wise, nothing special. It's probably it's like an episode of TV kind of
Mm-hmm.
storyline.
Just longer.
Yeah, but like to me, it's one of those movies that when you get done, you're just like, oh, okay, I laughed, I'm cool. But like, there's so many good one-liners in there.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah,
many
yeah.
good one-liners. Yeah.
Definitely that.
Yeah, but yeah. Okay, so yeah, it's not like a life changing like storyline that's gonna make you it's gonna blow your mind, but
Mm.
it's a good time. It's funny. It's funny.
It was definitely a decent like for somebody like me. Excuse me, who can count how many times I've watched the Bob Burgers on TV, which is three.
Yeah,
And every time I've watched it, I've been amused by it. It's just I've never got into it. I guess you know what I'm saying.
yeah,
So to watch the movie, I wasn't upset. It's like okay. I mean, I felt like there was some backstories to some characters that I knew nothing about that I
yeah.
probably would should have known. But for the most part, it was good. That looks like fucking blue soda.
I don't know, bro. It's that blue raspberry drink, right?
Is that the
It's
is
a
that the Beats cup Beats by Dre?
no, 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 no. That's upside down.
Yeah, I
That's
was looking at
P.
that.
That's Publix.
Oh shit. Because I was looking at it and I'm like, okay, if that's Beats by Dre, it's definitely the wrong way, but maybe they did it on purpose.
It's
But
Publix because it's from Beer America.
okay.
When I went to the craft beer festival.
Hmm.
You know.
The only reason, the reason why I said that is because if that was a music cup, that looks like a club drink,
Yeah.
in a
Yeah.
techno
Yeah.
bar. Like,
It does, right? Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's like the electric dream.
yeah. Oh
All right.
yes.
Yeah, but yeah, fucking it's yeah, there was definitely some backstory. Like if you're not up on the characters and you don't know their relationships, like the jokes come so fast sometimes that you're gonna miss a lot
Hmm.
because the jokes are so fast that like there's just little tossed out, but like getting to know the family's relationship with each other and things like that. Like it's fun. You if you're going into this cold, you don't know much about Bob's Burgers, you might be a little, I don't want to say lost, but you might be like, oh, this is kind of an eccentric family. But if you watch the
Hmm.
cartoon, you pick up on it better.
Yeah, and I think that's just why I said for me, for somebody that's never watched the show,
Mm-hmm.
it didn't leave you completely like you don't know what's going on. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Like it was kind of easy to pick up on some things, like knowing the little one has a um a complex. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Louise.
And yeah, the old one has a crush. Whatever. So it's like it was kind of easy to put together. But I just felt like if I watched the show, it probably would have made more sense about certain things. But
Yeah.
other than that,
If you hear me giggling, it's because whenever Chris brings up something, like I'm just picturing certain moments in the movie. It just had me. It literally made me like giggle and laugh out loud. But before we go into it, cheers.
Yes, indeed.
Ooh, that is tart.
Mm.
Ooh, I don't know if that's in a good way either. It tastes like someone made a hard seltzer with like Kool-Aid.
Well, it looks like I told you, blue soda, like Blue Mountain Dew.
Yeah, but you know, like that artificial flake flavor when you drink artificial drink, that's what it tastes like. It brings me back to my childhood. I used to drink that artificial drink all the time, but
yeah, kids aren't built the same way that they used to be.
Yeah. All right. So Bob's Burgers. So one thing, I don't know if you noticed it. It's a little bit, it's different here because it's the movie, so there's extra like background character and stuff like that. But for the most part, for the family, the landlords, the fucking Teddy, the friend, the best friend.
Okay, yeah.
Teddy was the guy, the dude that with the mechanic shirt.
Yeah.
We'll get into it.
Yeah.
But did you notice the voices?
I want to say I caught a little bit of Simpson voices in there.
No, so the thing with Bob's Burgers is only Louise, the girl with the bunny ears, that's the only voice done by a female.
I actually read that in the credits when I was reading. I was like, every voice was a dude.
Yeah.
Or dude names, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but in the show, yeah, it's everyone except for Louise. But yeah, like I for me, I like the relationship between the family. I think their relationship, I think it feels like an actual, like how this is how families interact. You know, some movie like The Simpsons back in the day, well, you got a sense of the American family, but at the same time, like it felt a little more like over the top, like how much Homer wanted to kill Bart.
Oh yeah.
But like this one, they actually felt like a real like American family to me.
Right. Where's this show based out of? Does it ever say? Because
I don't know.
I want to say it was Boston.
I don't know because Boston wouldn't have a pier like that.
I don't think it would either, but based on the voices, and just how it all played out, it seemed kind of Bostonish to me, which I could be completely wrong. But
I mean, I could see Boston. I could also see like New Jersey, like
okay.
like Jersey Shores kind of place. Yeah. But anyways, okay. So storyline for this movie is the burger joint is behind on payments, so they got to try to go get money for a loan, and then a sinkhole opens up in front of their shop, and they're having trouble making money, and they're trying to Louise is going through a complex about people thinking that she's a baby, and then they're trying to figure out how to pay for their equipment and stuff like that, and it just goes on this long, like rudimentary, kind of crazy looking tangent. But there's so many just hidden one-liners. Ah, man,
there's two one-liners in there for sure that I know I'm probably going to use eventually throughout my life.
I think one I might know what one is.
Yeah, I'm sure you know what one is, definitely. If you don't, you're not my best friend.
Why? Because are you of two minds?
All the time. And by that I mean drunk.
I heard that shit, and I just started fucking crying. I'm like, damn, that's Chris right there.
Oh man, I thought that was like, yo, that's like the perfect answer. He's like, I don't know, I'm of two minds. By that I mean drunk. I was like, yo, that's like perfect.
When she pulled the little tube out of his mouth, he's like, oh, okay.
Oh man,
dude, there was that, and then there was one line near the end of the movie where they're trying to get out of the sinkhole, and Bob is like, no, we gotta drive down. If we drive down, the new water mains made out of plastic. We'll just drive down and we can grind it and it'll go through. And then Tina goes, when she says he's grinding, is what, like sensual dancing? Goes, what? He goes, oh, nothing.
nothing. Yeah. Oh man,
it's those kind of little jokes in there that, like, to me, make me laugh so much because it's just so like dry and just thrown in there.
Yeah. My second favorite one is I don't know all the characters, but the baby, the little one.
Louise.
Yeah, but
So
she,
so the girl with the rabbit ears is Louise.
uh-huh,
The little boy is Jean,
Jean, yeah,
and then the older sister is Tina.
gotcha. But when they're at the playground, and there's like, she was like, "Come on, come do the whatever they was doing," and
Yeah.
she said, "Well, no, because you're over there and I'm over here, so I'm good. Like I'm cool where I'm at." That's
Bro,
funny.
when damn, man, I could just go all day just trying to think of all the different because there's so many one-liners that you're not going to catch them all. That's why I had to watch it twice.
Yeah,
I was like, I know I missed a bunch because I'd find myself laughing at one, and then I would hear two or three at the side of my ear that like would just pass over my head.
gotcha.
Like when they were trying to hide from the carnies and they're sliding down the back. They oh no, we're sliding. And she goes, and the mom just goes, Kegels. And she stops herself.
Oh yeah. See, I heard that the second time I watched it.
I was just like, what? And yeah. Oh my god.
Oh
So okay,
man.
so as far as I feel like we don't need to talk much about like the story of the movie because there's not much to it. It's
Yeah,
not much. It's not like this elaborate, like it's not like a life-changing storyline. But what I want to say is, how do you feel this family stacks up against famous television families?
you know what's so hard about that?
Hold on. Before we go into that, sorry, I just got one more. Probably one of my favorite parts in the movie
Mm-hmm.
is when they're in the burger joint, and then Teddy's walking across the front, and he trips over the fucking the sidewalk. He trips. He always hears and he comes in. He goes,
Yeah.
"Hey, your sidewalk's getting more messed up." Yeah. I saw someone trip over it earlier.
Yeah. It was him. Oh wait. If you want to talk about one-liners, grab your meat and come on. He said, "Don't shout that at me." He said, "Oh yeah, grab your meat and come on." Oh
When
man.
what was it? What was it? Fuck. Oh, when he's when the burger cart fucking breaks, he's like, no. Well, okay, the NHL game's on. I'm just gonna go over here and watch, and when they get back.
Oh man.
Oh yeah. So how do you think this family stacks up against like other famous television families?
So famous television families.
So okay, for example, you got the Smiths on Fresh Prince.
That's
Oh, no,
actually
the Banks family. You got the Banks family.
Banks.
You got the Winslows on Family Matters.
You
You got the Tanners on Full House. The Simpsons.
Yep.
You know, Family Guy.
Family Guy.
Yeah. What's the Family Guy's last name? Griffins. The Griffins.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think of like all families that were on TV like over time. Even what was that damn show? Was it Step by Step or
Yeah. Brady
back in the
Bunch.
day? Yeah, Brady, yeah, all of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I guess if you're saying does this family fit in with those?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely because three children. The little one's usually the crazy one, which is typical. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it fits right in. Like there's no. I'm not gonna say any major difference. Nah.
What What do you think makes a successful like television family? Relatability for me. I feel like there's an air of like blue collarness to them. I think that makes them relatable and stuff like that. But like they're never like really well off families. The only one that's really well off was like the Banks family and Fresh Prince. But then they had Will to balance it out.
Yeah, true.
So that was almost fish out of water and stuff like that. But like I don't know. I feel like most of the like you never really hear of like a wealthy family on television that's likable.
Okay, now I did catch this vibe. Did you feel like it was like a cartoon Married with Children?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. When he was making he was making practice burgers. This is a practice one. I just got to get ready. Why are you whispering? I don't want to say it so loud so that he doesn't want to get offended.
Yeah. Oh man.
Oh. But fucking yeah, I like I don't know. I love like those the old sitcoms that had like that were family based, you
Oh
know,
yeah.
and had good a good rapport between the family members and stuff like that. I think this one was really good because like the eccentricness of each character doesn't seem so outlandish,
Mm.
you know?
Yeah, they actually seem like typical kids. Like even like I actually found some significance in them walking to school together. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
And because I remember, I think me, my older sister, and my younger brother went to the same school at one time,
Yeah.
elementary,
Which
and then of
school?
course,
Harina?
no, I didn't go to Harriet. Shit,
Valiet?
I forgot Harriet even existed. But yeah, Balliet. We started at Zanetti though, before
Yeah.
Zanetti, before the whole hurricane shit.
Yeah.
But it was just the whole thing about walking to school and us getting into dumb shit while walking to school.
Yeah.
Say we found bones in a graveyard one day, and no, look, I'm so serious. We we walked through the graveyard purposely for what I don't fucking know. We're like 8, 5, and 3. Shit, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? 3, no, that would have happened. But either way, we're young. We found some bones in the graveyard. Brought the bones to school and told the principal that the guy feeds humans to his dog that that lives next to the graveyard. I'm not gonna say what this graveyard is or where it was because I don't need nobody coming back and talking about they had a whole police report and shit on them. But it was the stupid shit that siblings do. You know what I'm saying? That I thought was kind of
What
cool.
what the principal say when you say that? That's something you hear every day.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. Now that I'm older, they were definitely okay. I can't say we're human bones, but they look like human bones for real. You know what I'm saying?
How? Like how? What?
Like one looked like the femur, or at least the uh, what's this? No, it's the
Forearm? Oh,
humerus.
whatever the forearm.
Yeah,
Oh,
but it looked just like that. There was 2 of them that we found. It did a couple of small bones, and it didn't look like chicken or steak. You know what I'm saying?
bro.
I'm not lying to you. And they were good size. I mean,
It was like
even
six.
even,
Like it was like
even
it was dude like 6'2". Whoever died was like 6'2",
but
210.
this is how stupid kids are. Our imaginations are freaking bananas.
Yeah.
Because now that I'm older, thinking about it, the reason why we said the guy fed him to his dog is because it was a big ass looking wolf dog on the other side of the graveyard that was just barking at us the whole time. So he was like, he feeds people to his dog and throws the bones in the graveyard. And we went to school and told the principal. Oh
But
man,
I remember when I was going to Merriam Lynch, and I used to live at Colonial Estates, and like we would all meet up at the front of Colonial Estates, and then like they'd have like the crossing guard. They would walk us all the way to school. It was only like a quarter mile walk, whatever. But I remember when Saran got into 5th grade, and he was a hall monitor. And he had the sash and everything. He helped out.
I'm cracking on him so hard when I see him next time. Oh God.
But he
Okay,
thought he was so cool.
I bet he
I
did.
was like, you big dummy.
Oh, did he have the whistle?
Yes.
Oh God, no.
And the thing is, we never crossed the street or nothing like that when we walked from Colonial Estates to the school.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just funny as hell. I think about it now, but he was so proud to be a hall monitor, bro.
The little strap with the little wrap around. Oh God, no. Oh yeah, I'm clowning him next time. Who's this
Get out of your
Jalen?
hall monitor
Oh
ass.
yeah, Jalen's getting clowned. I don't care.
Man, what you doing? What you wearing that for? You protecting something today?
I gotta find one to get it for him. Here, put this on. We all chill together. Here, put this on. Walk around with it. But yeah, I guess back to the movie. That was like one of my more significant parts. But I
Yeah,
do feel like family shows back in the day had more family significance. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like whether you was watching Fresh Prince or The Winslows, or you started or you was watching Married with Children, or I don't know why I can't think. It's always Robin Thicke's dad. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, Alan Thicke, fucking Growing Pains.
There you go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
There was always whether you want to call it black or white, because that's just what it is. Let's put it the way it is.
yeah,
There was always still some type of message to understand to make family better,
yeah,
sticking together and getting through something.
yeah.
I don't know what the hell you see on TV nowadays.
Well, I mean, that's one of the scenes I liked in this movie a lot is when the brother or the siblings are going and they're trying to investigate.
Mm-hmm.
So
And they're on their
they
bikes
all
and
skip
shit.
school together.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, yeah, that's dope. Like, siblings going out. Because I mean, when I was younger, me and my brothers used to hang out and do stuff probably till I was about 8 or 9 years old. Then Saran, started getting his high school friends and shit like that. And, he hung out with them. But I remember we used to do dumb stuff. We used to make snowballs and pretend they were like fireballs, like Street Fighter. And we'd be like throwing fireballs at each other off our shed. And whoever got hit had to go flying off the shed into the snow.
Oh God.
Oh, it was dope.
Yeah, I bet it
I'm
was.
still looking for those videos. We used to make movies with them shits.
Oh man.
But yeah, like so yeah, so like the family dynamic in TV shows, I don't know. I feel like there hasn't been a good like family oriented like television show in a while. Maybe Modern Family. I don't watch Modern Family, so I don't know. Like, have
Modern
you ever
Family,
seen that?
I did. Modern Family I was actually a fan of. I just had one little gripe about it.
Which is?
No black people. That was all. You know what I'm saying?
True. It should have been at least. It could have been if it wanted to be modern, it had to be interracial, right?
Yeah, because if you're gonna have a gay couple,
yeah,
an old man and a young woman, a goofy dad.
Okay, but they had a Mexican lady. No, well, not Mexican, but
Sophia's
what's her name? Sofia Vergara. Yeah.
Yeah, but okay, so I get the whole minority thing, but it's like, okay, one of the kids, either girlfriends or boyfriends, should have been a black person,
dude.
or even a black neighbor. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was just like interacting, because if you're gonna be a Modern Family, shit, the United States is fucking blended. I don't care who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Are you old school KKK fucks and fucking Black Panthers, whatever you want to call them? I'm gonna call you both out. I don't give a shit. United States is a blended fucking country. You know what I'm saying? And everybody loves everybody, or at least you're supposed to. So we preach, and that was my only gripe. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, it was a good show.
Yeah, I've never seen. I don't remember. I've never seen one episode, so I have no idea. I just know the girl from there, the blonde girls from Billy Madison. No, I'm sorry, Happy Gilmore. She was from Happy Gilmore.
With the mom?
I don't remember.
I'm about to say, the only blonde girl I remember was the mom, because the daughters were both dark haired.
Yeah, it was one of the. It was one of the mothers, and she was the girl that worked for the golf people in Happy Gilmore.
Okay, so yeah, it had to be the mom then, because it's the only blonde I could think of. But yeah, love the show. So matter of fact, Modern Family, if y'all watch this, yes, I love the show. No problem with it at all. But just that you need a little more color in there.
Yeah, he loves it enough for the both of us, because I have no idea. I have friends that love the show. They all talk about it. They all tweet about it. Yeah. Never really saw it. Never really cared.
But yeah, but you bring up that point. That was probably the closest thing we had, because it's off the air now. That was streaming on regular basic TV.
Yeah.
That had a family aspect to it.
Yeah, because everything now is all about like single people or like groups of friends, but not like families.
Yeah.
Even like Boy Meets World. See, Boy Meets World, I like Boy Meets World, but to me, even then, it didn't really have the family aspect. It was more about Corey and his friends, and then the families were kind of like background characters. Where something like Full House, something like Family Matters, like it was almost equal opportunity every family, until Urkel took over. But yeah. Oh, I missed television sitcoms like that. Everything's reality TV now.
Yeah, reality TV or some series, and I mean, there's some good stuff out there, but just like a regular basic TV show. Yeah, those don't exist anymore.
Yeah, everything's all like either super like high end
crazy
or like
drama.
Super crazy dramas, but no slapstick comedies, no Married with Children.
Yeah,
love me some Married with Children. Yo, I watched some of those videos on YouTube where Al Bundy be talking shit to the women at work.
Look, I never actually watched the show because as a kid I didn't fully understand it.
Yeah,
but just like when I come through certain videos on YouTube and everything else, fucking Al Bundy was a fucking asshole.
Bro, I need to go back and watch the show like straight through, because man, some of the shit he says to people.
Yeah.
Holy shit. When Marcy came in next door, she had on a flannel shirt. He goes, oh, did he let you out? He let you out of the house dressed as a little boy from Home Improvement? That
Oh
shit looked just
man,
like Jonathan Taylor Thomas. That shit was fucking hilarious.
man, that's another family show, Home Improvement. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
Home Improvement's really good too.
Oh yeah, definitely,
Fucking Wilson, the neighbor.
indeed. But so yeah, so yeah, back to the movie, I guess.
Did you ever have? Did you ever? You and your brothers and sisters ever try to go solve a not crime, but just a an issue, like like they did in the movie?
we all watched the Goonies. We all
Yeah.
thought there was some treasure map somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Nowhere. Nah, I don't think we've ever actually tried to like do some crazy solving mystery type shit.
Yeah. Me
Yeah,
neither. I just went on adventures.
yeah.
Like we went like mountain biking, but
Mm-hmm.
like not really mountain biking, but just in the little woods
In the
behind
woods,
Springfield Plaza.
on the trails and shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know.
Sledding. Yeah.
Those, I mean, that was like the good old days, the golden when you could just walk out the house, get
Mm-hmm.
lost, as long as you showed up back in time for dinner.
Yeah. We're walking to because wintertime. Excuse me, back in Massachusetts,
Mm-hmm.
back in our childhood,
Yeah.
snowbanks was 20 feet tall.
Yeah.
So walking to the corner store to get some candy was like a freaking mission. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Even though it was only a 3 minute walk. You got to climb over this mountain, slide down it, cross the street. Snow's everywhere. Go
Yeah.
sliding. It was fun kid stuff. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
and your siblings just out there walking to the store, but you made a 3 minute walk last 30.
Yeah. Well, I so when I lived in East Springfield, you used to walk over from the projects over to West Coast Video and
West
just
Coast Video. Oh
it's right
wow.
on like I'm right on St. James and
Yeah, that's
Carew.
that's that's old school right there.
Yeah, yeah. So we would walk over there and just look at like movies and shit like that.
Hmm.
And that walk, it might have been like a 5 minute walk. Now that I think
Hmm.
about it, but man, I used to get into so much shit on that walk. I got chased by pit bulls. I would throw snowballs at cars and have take off running. a
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
little,
Oh
just being
man.
a little asshole kid.
Yes, indeed. Now you're an asshole adult.
Yeah. Just I haven't changed much.
Oh
But like
man.
so, all right. So in the movie, like at one point they're doing a festival at the pier, which is like like a carnival kind of pier.
Hmm.
Like so, as far as carnivals go, Springfield is home to one of the best carnivals ever in
Hmm.
the Big E.
Hmm. Had the pleasure of going for the first time in my entire life, like last year.
Yep. And did you enjoy it?
I did. I was happy. I was happy just to say that I went there. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think again, because this movie is about families, do you think, especially where we grew up in the urban area, that like urban families could benefit from going to like say something like the Big E, but experiencing things they aren't normally gonna go experience, i.e., like the agricultural stuff, looking at the tractors and like the animals and stuff like that.
Do I think that they'll benefit from it?
Yes.
Definitely, because you got to understand, no matter how much this world tries to recreate something and make it better, there's always an origin that was so simple. Simple, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think going back and looking at how the agriculture and things were back then to what they are now and everything, it's like it gives you a sense of, well, I hope it gives people a sense of appreciation of what you have
Yeah.
versus, shoot, like back in the day, I was actually driving down the road yesterday, and I literally drove by one house that had a bunch of old antique equipment out there, and I don't know. I'm guessing it's called the hoe, but they would put it on the or plow rather, but
Was it on the corner trying to wave people down?
nah, this one's made out of metal or steel, but nah,
Hey, hey, hose steel.
yeah, I
Hose
know,
steel.
but they're not made out. Well, some of them are made out of steel. Shit.
No.
but
Worn
but no,
out.
I literally had like a light bulb moment, or like I don't know what you want to call it, but like a calming moment, I guess,
Yeah.
because I saw the plow and how it would hook to the bull or the horse or the donkey, whatever, to actually plow the land, and the guy was back there pushing it. You know what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
then literally, a mile down the road, saw a whole big ass truck plowing through a field, just picking up everything. It was nothing. And
Yeah.
I was just like, wow. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's what it was. This is what it is. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
What's crazy
So,
because like again, me and you, we grew up like in the urban areas and shit like that. So there's this disconnect
mm,
between the source of say food, the source of goods, and when we finally get them, like it just feels like, I mean, even my mom grew up in a village in Cambodia, but there's
mm,
times where they get so used to going to the supermarket that like you don't realize like there's a whole process that goes into getting these things there. And when you live in an urban area for long enough, you get you get a disconnect from that, and it kind of makes you jaded or just oblivious to the hard work that's going on out there in the world.
mm,
Oh, the more I appreciate this kind of stuff, the more I like going to farms. I like going to like apple orchards and shit like that, and just seeing the process in which these things take to go from you know food or
mm.
some kind of plant into what we get in the store.
Yeah,
Mm.
indeed.
Yeah, but yeah, I think the proximity of an urban area to something fun like that is cool, and I like the idea that like that family had that pier right
Mm.
down the street from their house.
Yeah,
Like I would have gotten into a lot of trouble if I had that shit.
oh, right down the street, and I'm pretty sure it could have been more than like $2 to get in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just going there, just like that's the hangout spot. We're going to the pier. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then I thought also significant was the underground parts of it, because I don't think a lot of people realize, especially in major cities, a lot of these major cities have a whole nother city right under it,
Mm-hmm.
a whole nother city right under it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I wish I still had it, because when I was living in Chicago, I had to go underground to do some gas lines. And this is what was told. I'm not gonna say it's true or not, 'cause I really don't know. But
Mm-hmm.
apparently it was a bar that was Al Capone's. Had a bowling alley, swimming pool, everything, all still down there.
Yeah.
I actually took a bowling ball because it was sitting there. And this is when bowling balls had two holes, not three.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I wish I still had it, because it was just like a piece of history that the average person isn't gonna know. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Well, I
So,
know, like, I have a friend that used to live in San Francisco,
mhm,
and when I was out visiting her one day, she was telling me about how, like, back in the day, uh, there's this thing there it's called Old San Francisco. And
mhm,
back in the day, you had San Francisco, then they had the earthquake where all the rubble and shit got like,
mhm,
came down. And she was like, they just essentially built San Francisco today on top of old San Francisco.
mhm,
But because of that, like, there's still, if you go down there, you can
mhm.
still get to like old San Francisco. There's still shit going on down there. And she
Yeah.
said she worked at a video store where if you went into the basement of the video store, there's like an entrance. You can go down there and you can end up in old San Francisco. Just don't ever go down there alone.
I bet.
Yeah.
I bet.
Yeah. Motherfuckers, like it's like them fucking vampires in Blade 2 or some shit.
hmm
Yeah.
That's where the caves have eyes exist, man.
Mm-hmm.
Be some wild shit down there.
Yeah. I mean, there's
So,
like, but it's crazy. Like, um, the idea that like, especially if you're in an urban, it's okay. Just something simple, trash. When you
mhm,
live in the city, you live in like New York, you take your trash, you go leave it on the sidewalk. You don't think about it. That trash has to go somewhere,
yeah.
and this stuff is piling up every day. And you think about like, how many cars, when cars break down and all this different shit, like they don't just disappear. They have to go somewhere.
hmm
So there's this whole other aspect of American life that people are just, when they live in cities, they're oblivious to. In
Yeah.
Vegas, there's this company, like they have this it's like a pig farm out in outside of Vegas,
hmm
and they go around to like all the hotels and stuff like that, and they collect just all the food waste,
Mm.
and it brings back to wherever this farm is, and it goes through like, it gets recooked, goes through all the stuff to kill all the germs and stuff like that,
hmm
and it gets fed to like the animals.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
Huh.
yeah, it's nuts.
See, I actually, speaking of Vegas, if I could find a documentary, I really want to see how Vegas was built from the ground up, because I find it so amazing to have. a strip of land,
Yep.
and it's not big, but it's not small. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That is lit up like Christmas.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what's crazy? You know what's even crazier?
So,
Residents of Las Vegas
mhm.
don't have to pay for any of that like municipal electricity, the
Oh
street
shit.
lights, because Vegas is tax free. No
Mm.
taxes in Vegas, and a lot of the street lights, the lights that power like
The
all the just
hotels and
municipal
shit.
stuff like that, they don't have to
Hmm.
pay for any of it because when you go about 45 miles outside of Vegas, maybe
Hmm.
45, maybe 20 miles, somewhere between there, there's a big ass solar panel farm out there,
Really?
huge, and that's what powers all the stuff in Vegas.
That's crazy.
And if you go there at the right time of day and the sun's hitting it,
Hmm.
that's just like fucking Lord of the Rings, man. You know, like the eye in Lord of the Rings,
Yeah.
it's just shining like all over all these fucking solar panels. It's fucking
Really?
crazy. Yeah,
Damn.
I man. Anyway, if you make that drive from LA to Vegas, you can see that shit.
Mm. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But
So the characters in this in this movie, like, did you find yourself connecting to any of these characters more than others? Oh, okay, but before that, like, who's your favorite character in the movie?
oh, my favorite character? Oh, that's you know what? I really don't think I had one. But if I had to have one, it'd be the landlord.
The eye patch?
Yes, indeed.
Why? Because he looked like Colonel Sanders?
Nope.
Yeah, are you
Just
hungry, motherfucker?
just be so nonchalant and drunk all the time. It's just like shit. That's when you know you got too much money that you don't give a fuck about nothing.
Yeah.
But he was stupid because
Mhm.
he thought that submarine was a real submarine.
Yeah.
He
Well, then
said,
they said you can go on YouTube.
"Oh man,
He said you can go on YouTube and you can watch videos and they'll teach you how to take a carnival submarine and turn it into a real submarine. Some of
yeah."
videos are better than others. Stay away from sub bros.
Like even when they're in the molehill, the clubhouse or whatever,
Yep.
and he's like he just gets off the what is it, the slide,
Slide. Yeah.
hands in his pocket. Oh, we got kids. Drinks a drink. What do he say? Oh, that's another good one liner. Where he was like, what did he say? My old blowhole. And what did she say? What, your wiener?
Yeah. No, he goes, oh no, that's my he goes, oh no, that's my something, my something organ. My it was like my I forget what kind of organ it was.
Yeah.
And he goes, oh, you mean your wiener? He goes, no.
He's like, then he goes there and starts playing it. He's like, let's play together. He's like, let's not.
He
You
goes,
know what
let's
I'm
not.
saying?
Oh, I like what you did right there. Keep doing it.
That like so if I could identify with anybody in the movie, I'd have to say him. Just like really, really just cool, laid back, not
Yeah.
give a shit, but give a shit.
Yeah.
And just be drunk all the time. Like, yeah, fuck it. I can do
I,
this.
I don't know. For some reason, I feel like I connect with either Gene, the middle child,
Hmm.
because I feel like he's just carefree and just like does his own thing. He's on his own wavelength, does his own thing.
Hmm.
You know, he's not afraid to just be him.
Yeah.
He was like, he had that dream with the aliens. Like, he goes, can you stop playing that instrument? This hurts our teeth. You guys have teeth? Yeah, I think
I
so.
think so. He said, if you play one more note, what did he say? We'll wipe the
Yeah,
earth off our face.
we're gonna wipe your species off the face of the earth. I'm not saying we're gonna do it, but
But it's not off the table. Oh man.
uh,
And what were they? The itty bitty ditty
yeah, the
committee?
itty bitty titty committee.
No, it wasn't titty, it was Diddy.
Was it Diddy? I
Yeah.
thought it was titty. I was like, what the fuck?
Because he talked about the whole boy band thing, whatever. Yeah, he's at the itty bitty ditty committee. Oh gosh.
We started this band and then we took a break because we had to find our sound, and I believe we found it.
Yeah, Spoon. He said, Dad's been using these utensils all wrong. Oh man.
I was like, I connected either him or Teddy. Teddy's just like that loyal friend who like
The lawyer?
no, the friend. He's like the mechanic dude.
Okay, gotcha, yeah.
And he's just like that loyal friend that's gonna do whatever to help
Mhm.
out his friend.
Yeah.
when they were trying to come up with ideas, and they're like, he was Bob was freaking out in the kitchen. He goes, the customer has, do you think he remembers that I ordered?
Yeah. Oh man. No,
Oh,
that was even funny when they was making the burger and they brought it to the bank.
yeah.
He was
Just,
like,
no, thank
no.
you.
And he was like, well, we made you a burger. He's like, I don't eat much meat anymore. And she's like, well, there's fries in there. He was like, take it. He's like, just keep typing till they walk away, keep typing. Like, oh man. That's so messed
Uh,
up.
yeah. No, yeah, like, okay, so let's look at the characters and let's see
Hmm.
like what you think. Like, okay, Bob as the dad. Like,
Hmm.
do you can you identify with him? Because he seems like a guy who had a dream
Hmm.
and now he's just like 20 years into this dream and he's just like, does it almost seem like I don't know if it seems like a burden or if
Hmm.
he's just like he's in coasting mode.
I think he got to the point where he was past coasting mode. And it only became a burden, I guess, when it stopped being fun.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it seemed
Like,
like he was like all happy about it, loved doing it. They lived upstairs. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And that's the opening line to the we said we come downstairs and flip the sign to open. Then they're making burgers and that's what they do.
Yeah.
So his job was fun, but then they couldn't make the payments or whatever, or he
Yeah.
needed an extension on the loan,
Yeah.
and that's when it was just like, okay, this isn't fun anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's almost like it was almost like it was like it was his dream and then it became a job.
Yeah.
Because once his finances and stuff like depended on it,
Hmm.
and it kind of, you know, started weighing heavy on him. I feel like that happens a lot with people. Like they step into
Hmm.
something, you know, that they love, hoping to like, turn it into a career, and then after years, it just starts weighing on them because one, it's not as fruitful as they would have thought, or two, they're not in love with the work anymore.
Mm.
You know,
Indeed.
it feels hard. So, do you think I feel like that's a hard thing to find something where you fall in love with the work, and that's to me that's the goal. That's the key. If you can find a occupation or a dream where you're in love with the work and not
Hmm.
necessarily the outcome,
See,
then
I think I want to say I heard this from a either Sam Adams commercial or when I went to the Sam Adams brewery. But the
I knew what I
slogan
had to
was,
do with beer. But go ahead.
"Hey, shit, it's real." It said when you love what you do, it never feels like work.
Yeah,
So,
but you see that for some people where it starts off that way,
hmm,
and then life happens and it
work.
turns into work.
Yeah.
I guess like say for something if you're say say you have your own brewery and stuff like that, and like your goal is just to make delicious beer,
Hmm.
and then you try to turn it into a career, and next thing you know, you're like, fuck, I'm not selling as much, beer as I wanted to, which you didn't get into it in order to sell that much beer, but now because of that, like your bills are behind and all this stuff, so all this extra stress is weighing in on you, where you're just like, do I need to find a different job now?
Have you ever felt like that? Not even in job wise, just in life wise. Whether it's a job, um, shoot, relationship,
I feel
family,
like I
whatever.
feel like that with my job sometimes. And it's not because I don't love it, because I love what I do, and
Hmm.
it's constantly like the creativity that goes into it is fun. It's just the time aspect of it, like how much time I have to devote to it,
Hmm.
and the lack of I don't want to say appreciation, but at the same time, yeah, appreciation. Like
Hmm.
you just get people who, I say this all the time. When one person decides, hey, can I get new wrestling gear? That to
Hmm.
me, that's a 15-second blurb because you have a show coming up and you would like new gear for your show. It's cool, it's
Hmm.
fine. But that 15-second blurb from you equals, 5 days, 5 days to a week's worth of work for me.
Yeah.
So, and some people just aren't cognizant of like, if I say no, because I need time for myself, well, then
Hmm.
they throw an attitude. And it's like, well, no, like when you go home, you get to relax. When I go home, I have to work. So I have to make sure I get time to relax too.
See, and I know we talked about this, and I don't want to talk about your job. I don't know. No, we talk about this all the time, and I don't want to put your job on blast. So I'm gonna leave it alone. It's just I look at the old school wrestlers, and they didn't change much outfits. They were up there performed, and their performance made them great, not what they were wearing.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah, true. But I think we're at the point where it's a spectacle, you know?
Yeah.
And because of the way spectacles go now on TV, like everything's bigger and better. So, back in the day, if you watched a person's comedy special, like Kevin Hart, his first comedy specials were just him on stage.
Mm-hmm.
Nice outfit, cool. But now it gets to the point where he's got fire and all this different stuff because, just things just get bigger over the years. And that's the way wrestling is right now.
And that's why I say the old school ones are the great. Because what has Dave Chappelle done different?
Yeah, true. But
besides smoking a cigarette.
No, I'm true. But all I'm saying is like what was acceptable as big back in the day wouldn't be acceptable as big now. It would just be normal. Is all I'm saying. So like they'll say like a Macho Man, he had crazy outfits back in the day, which back in the day, because of technology and all that stuff, like that was crazy and elaborate. But if you compare it to some of the outfits now, you're like, oh, that was kind of regular.
But it was regular. But if you look back in the day, only him and Ric Flair had crazy outfits. And then
Go ahead.
No, I'm saying, and then not only did Macho have a crazy outfit, he had that crazy ass voice. I'm gonna come down there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like so his performance in my opinion, his performance outdid the outfit. Besides the shades. You gotta have the white shades with the black, you know what I'm saying? But
have you even watched any of the recent episodes of South Park?
No, honestly, I went back to season 1 like a week ago, and I'm actually starting over just to catch everything.
Bruh. They got this character on there now, and I don't put it out there, but I think it's like a transgender woman. Like she goes and she's it's like a guy who's transitioning to be a woman, and he's like entering all these different like events and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And he starts working at the school. I want to say he's like the new gym teacher or something.
Oh gosh.
But it's a woman, but it looks like a Macho Man.
Holy shit!
Like he's jacked.
Oh man!
Dude, I started crying when I saw that shit. I was like, "Oh shit!"
That's funny. South Park never let me down.
Yeah. All right. What about the mom? Do you think she would? Do you think she sounded like a loving mom, or do you think she was like oblivious to the problems of the family?
I think she did what moms' jobs are to do,
which is
keep the family sane and together. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because, and I don't have a rule book on this. I can't say this is right or wrong, but I feel like as the man, your job is to provide and protect.
Yeah.
So 2 things that every man should know how to do.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And I was watching podcast of Matt Hoffa.
Mm-hmm.
And he said one of the worst women to cheat on or to cheat with is a married woman because her husband is coming for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a whole different level. So the husband's job is to protect his family and provide for him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Any real man is going to want to do that the best way he possibly can. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And the kids' jobs are to be kids.
Yeah.
And I think that's the problem with nowadays society. Everybody's kids are like friends. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they treat their kids like their best friends.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Versus, no, raise these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Put the foot down when you have to put the foot down. You know what I'm saying? Do fun shit, but let them know you're still the child. I'm still the adult.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't care how old you get. Look, my mama, I love her to death. You know what I'm saying? We are what we are. But I know she still got one of the most fiercest Dragon Ball Z smacks I've ever felt in my life. I'll never forget it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I know any given moment it could come and I'll never see it coming.
Yep.
No matter how much I train, it's gonna happen. So I feel like so when it comes to that aspect, and then the mom, Louise, it's to keep the balance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like keep her husband straight enough. You know what I'm saying? And if you gotta punch him in the nuts, and then keep the kids level. You know what I'm saying? So that you can keep the whole car rolling.
Yeah.
So to speak. You know what I'm saying? So
I thought she played a really good she plays that kind of the positive to Bob's negative.
Yes.
So like she was able to just bring levity and be like, okay, there's a sense of structure and a sense of like happiness going through, because like if you left everything up to his dad, everything's gonna be doom and gloom.
Oh yeah, yeah. Dad's gonna let everybody. Dad's gonna let the kids just be crazy. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
Because he's gonna be too busy worried about making sure that they're eating and they have a roof over their head.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, matter of fact, that's actually a very very important aspect of family. If dad's out there working and doing whatever he can, I mean, if you want to go even back in time, where the men was out there hunting, they brought home the food. Mom cooked while dad entertained the kids and relaxed, and then everybody ate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So dad did. So if dad's got the business, getting the food, cooking the food or whatever, mom's serving the food. It's all about balance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right. So
So,
I want you to think over this question real quick while I go to the bathroom. All right.
gotcha.
Do you feel like in today's society, a father who works his ass off and provides
Hmm.
is, I don't want to say looked down upon, but is almost ridiculed by the rest of the family?
Okay. Matter of fact, I hope you guys are thinking with me. Hmm. That's actually very interesting. Hmm. No, I don't even know if I should answer that question until he comes back. But yeah, if you guys are here listening, welcome to Movie Therapy Podcast. As you know, this is therapy. We sit, we watch movies, we talk, we reflect, we learn how to be better individuals, as I've said before, because the movies really are therapy. They take you somewhere. Sometimes that somewhere is better, sometimes it's worse, sometimes it's dark, sometimes it's bright, But at the end of the day, it's therapy. So, welcome to the Movie Therapy Podcast. So, back to the question that you asked. Shit, what the fuck just happened to you?
Wrong hole. Wrong hole.
You shit. Oh gosh.
Excuse me. Okay, yeah. So,
Okay.
so do you feel like a father who spends all his time working in order to provide for a family,
Mhm.
becomes ridiculed or almost looked down upon by the family?
That's a very interesting question, and I can't say yes or no
Okay.
because I feel like as much it's the world we live in. Media dictates everything.
Yep.
Malcolm X said it back in the day. Media is the strongest tool we have on this earth. So if you're watching shows like we talked about back in the day about family
Oriented.
orientated
Yeah.
oriented aspects, whatever, then you have stronger families living in the real world.
Mm-hmm.
If you're watching families where the teenage daughter's being crazy and the youngest son wants to play video games and the mom and dad are arguing, then that's what you're gonna have in real life. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Because people watch these things. So when you say is it looked down upon, I feel like not what I know. Um the man being shown on TV now
Yep.
is more feminine. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Um Less hardworking physically,
Yep.
more hardworking mentally,
Yep.
which isn't a bad thing. But if you raising boys, you got to be strong physically and mentally.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Um, so I don't know if it's looked down upon. I just don't think it's appreciated as much.
Here you go.
You know what
I
I'm
would
saying?
say the same exact thing,
Mm.
because I feel like, and I feel like nowadays there's a sense of, what's the word, selfishness
Hmm.
out in
Okay.
this world. There's a sense of me, me, me.
Hmm.
And I feel like a lot of things that happen in the world today are viewed through the lens of, well, how does this benefit me? How does this
Mm.
affect me?
Mm.
So, if someone's looking at like a father who spends all his time working because he's trying to provide for his family, now everybody's just looking at it like, well, how much time do you spend with the kids? Do the kids have your time and all this different stuff? And like back in the day, it was just kind of understood that like, yeah, dad's not here because he's without him, like the lights is getting cut off,
Yeah.
you know? But nowadays it's like, well, maybe you shouldn't work so much. That way you can spend time with me. It's true.
And it is.
I feel like that's true. I feel like
Mm-hmm.
there's this obsession with more, and everybody's trying to not provide the best. They're not trying to provide, you know, a great life for their family. They're trying to provide a life that other people could be envious of for their family.
Mm.
And when that happens,
Mm.
then you got like, you know, no dad at home, kids just like fending for themselves because the parents are out there trying to do whatever in order to bring as much money in.
Mm.
You know, and the kids can, I guess, appreciate some of that stuff, but then that's when you have your kids being raised by video games and television.
Yeah, TikTok, reality
Yeah.
TV. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And even cartoons ain't the same. Like I find myself, and I don't know if this is because of my age or just whatever. I find myself love watching old school cartoons that I grew up on.
Yeah.
The old ones, Thundercats. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the original. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And as an adult, I look back and it's so cheesy,
Yeah.
but there was real values and morals to it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's definitely very interesting because in today's society, okay, if you're working hard and you're not spending enough time with your kids, okay, I can do this, but then somebody's got to make up that space that I'm removing myself from.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you get the moms that okay, I got to work to help out the dad so he
Yep.
can be home because she wants him home too. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I can't tell how many women I met that talking about they want their husbands home or whatever case may be, but you ride around in the Porsche
Yeah.
and you don't work.
Yeah.
Okay, you might miss them, but okay, you might have to go get a Toyota. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Exactly. And there ain't nothing wrong with a Toyota.
No,
But people start
it
putting
gets you back
value
and
on.
forth to the hair salon just as easily.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
People put people ain't putting value in the car. They're putting value in the brand of the car. And it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
no, but this car, either car is going to get you where you need to go.
Indeed. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, if dad comes off the road, so to speak,
Yep.
and you want him home, okay, well then somebody's got to make up the extra that dad ain't bringing in.
Yep.
And it's all about your priorities, your values. You know, like the one thing I've learned in my life, like now, the first question I ask a woman if I'm pursuing her, what do you value?
Yeah.
And I don't even care what she says. I really just want to know if she can answer the question.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people have no idea what they value.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm looking for a man that can provide me enough money to buy lotion.
No, like, that's what you value?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for answering the question, but nah,
Yeah.
I ain't for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Um, I had from what do you value?
My peace of mind,
Okay.
being able to eat, and being able to just go wherever I want to go when I want to go there.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I I value the next man or woman, the next person's effort.
Hmm.
Like there's a lot of things like, food, whatever. It's like, I love food and all this stuff, but like
Mm-hmm.
I have no problem eating a very expensive meal
Mm-hmm.
or rice and eggs.
No,
So it's the idea of food isn't what I value. It's, okay, what was the effort that went into getting this food?
indeed,
What
and
was
that's
the
why.
effort that, went into spending this time with me and all of that? Like I've come to realize that effort from the people you care about
Mm-hmm.
is probably the thing I care about most about it,
Mm-hmm.
because there's a lot that can tell you that you can be told about someone by the effort that they put into their relationship with you, be
Yeah.
it a friend, be it an acquaintance, be it a marriage, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like that effort just will say a lot about you, because the effort is something someone wants to do.
Mm.
You know, it's not that's not getting something done. If it needs to be done, it has to be done, so it's gonna get done. But the
Mm-hmm.
the effort you put into getting it done, so it's either done faster or done better, that says a lot about you as a person.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I value when in the people I meet.
Indeed, that's why I said being able to eat, because I could eat just like you said, some eggs and rice. I can eat some. Look. I hope I never lose my hunger for ramen noodles.
Yeah. Oh, I never
Not,
will.
not. Well, you're Asian. You know what I'm saying? But no, that was a joke. but
Hey, first of all, that's true. Second of
no,
all,
no.
that's very true.
But I said you got a whole pillow that's shaped like a fucking ramen packet. I'm gonna leave
Yep.
that. I'm gonna
Hmm.
leave that alone.
Yep.
But no, because I no, I remember when that was dinner. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And even though I'm successful enough now, where I can go get me a ribeye steak. You know what I'm saying? Some asparagus and some 3 cheese mashed potatoes and everything like that.
Yeah.
But I never want to forget. I don't ever want to walk into somebody's house that may be less fortunate than me,
Yeah.
and they pull up ramen noodles, and I'm too good to eat it.
Yeah.
The day I stop eating that, kill me because I lost my values.
Yeah.
I
Well,
lost the ability to appreciate food.
and here's the thing, like when I say effort, like someone
Mm.
like you who, at one point didn't have a home to go to, but still,
I know where you're going, but I
no,
got you.
no, but still,
Hmm.
the effort you put into getting some ramen and cooking it to provide yourself with a meal,
Hmm.
that says a lot about you. Like you didn't have a kitchen, you didn't have all the stuff. You had a dashboard, you have all stuff. But
You talked about the shit too.
no, no, but
You
I'm
said how
just
you
saying,
put
like,
that on. You said
I'm
you gonna
just,
turn the car on, let the edge get hot. I said, shut the fuck up.
you gonna use that cigarette lighter to get extra hot. Uh, but no, I mean,
Oh
like,
man.
but the effort you put into providing a meal, either for yourself
Hmm.
or if someone was with you, if you had a child with
Yeah.
you, I knew that, like, hey, at the end of the day, no matter what, Chris is gonna make sure there's food on the table. It
Mm.
might not be, it's not gonna be, gourmet every single night, but he's gonna make sure you eat, and that says a lot about a person.
Mm. Appreciate that.
Yeah. What about the kids? All right. So do you like? I feel like the kids, each kid's personality represents a part of every person, and it's just like they took each part and just highlighted it within each child. Like, for instance,
You say every person like in the world, or
yeah, in the world,
okay, got
I think everyone in the world has those pieces of them in them, and they just separated it and put it into each child to highlight those parts of the personality. So like, Tina was like that anxious kind of introvert,
you.
scared, pushed to the side. The Gene is that carefree, fun loving, you know, I'm just gonna go by the beat of my own drum. And then Louise is that, thoughtful, headstrong, you know, I don't take shit from no one else.
Mm.
What do you think? Like, would you ever want kids like those?
You know what? With the way you just broke it down, yes, because I feel like I'd be able to understand each one of them on their own level.
Yeah.
Like I could feed into what they are,
Mm-hmm.
and then show them the opposite of what they can be and mix it together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like Gene, be as carefree as you want to be. Don't ever let that go. Be a
Yeah.
free bird all day long. But understand you can be shot down.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Some birds get hunted. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So well, even with Louise, like, okay, you're a ticking time bomb. You don't like certain things. But if you're going to use this aggression, use it for good. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Protect people. Be a
Mm-hmm.
boxer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you got to have balance with it. Be this aggressive side, but also show your soft side too. They're
Yeah.
both equally important.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then Tina, honestly, I really wouldn't even know because she's so, like, for her, I really don't know how I would approach that situation.
Well, I feel like she just represents a child going through puberty almost. Like,
Hmm.
she felt like she was at that age where, like, everything's getting awkward. I don't know what to fucking do.
Mm.
You know?
Oh yeah,
I mean, she was
true,
like dreaming of
true.
the dude's ass. She's like, oh, take off your jeans. You'll be more aerodynamic. Oh, you're already doing it.
Yeah. And then when she's like, "I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna do it," and he was like, "Oh, you're my penis area." She's like, "Okay, yeah, not at the right time. Stand down, soldier." I was like, "Oh gosh, oh man." But then, of course, which is also one thing people need to know. I say people, not even young adults.
Yeah.
If you see a chance and you know it's something you want to do, take that shit.
Yeah, fucking do it.
Like I say all the time, I'd rather try and fail than never try and never know.
Mm-hmm.
People. I've realized people are afraid to wear their failure.
Yeah.
They're afraid to wear it. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Are they afraid
Wear
to
that
wear it
shit.
because they feel? I feel like they're afraid to wear it because they feel like they're going to be judged on their failure versus
Indeed,
being judged on their attempt.
indeed. And if you take it back to the social dilemma, when homegirl was posting pictures and put all these, she posted a picture of herself.
Yeah.
It got like 2 likes, and then she did all these filters, changed everything. It got like 10 likes, but then somebody was just like, "But your ears are showing," and she let her ears are showing disrupt everything that she was feeling. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where your failure? But you know you're fucking right. They're showing. I got ears.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like own you. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
I don't know. I don't understand why people put so much value in the outcome versus the attempt. You
Mm.
know, see people look at CM Punk. Oh, yo, he went to UFC. He got his ass whooped. This motherfucker trained his ass off, cut weight, and stepped into the fucking octagon.
Yeah.
Respect. I don't
Mm-hmm.
give a fuck if you lose in 30 seconds or what. Respect. He put in the work to just fucking to make this attempt at this thing he loved.
Mm-hmm.
You can't
And if,
fucking you can't hate on that. And the people that want to hate on it are the people who haven't done anything or haven't put themselves out there like that.
indeed, because at the end of the day, all the people talking shit. Then you
Mm-hmm.
step in the ring with CM Punk.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Are you willing to put in that effort to cut weight and get in shape to fight an
Mm-hmm.
opponent?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, it's no joke. Like fucking effort, fucking like all that shit is just I don't know. That's the I don't know. To me, that's the essence of a person.
The effort of them actually
The
showing that they give a shit.
yeah, the effort that they make for the things in their life. Because not necessarily the things you love, because sometimes you will put more of an effort into the things you love than things you don't love. But
Mm-hmm.
how much effort you put into the things that you don't love but you need to do
Mm.
says a lot about you. Like for instance, me, like, you know, if I have a job I don't like, I'm not gonna like that job. I might fucking hate it. I might talk shit about it. But while I'm working there, I'm gonna do the fucking best job I can because I'm gonna be the best fucking version of whatever I gotta do in order to get that job done. I might be looking for another job at the same time, but I'm not gonna go in there and just clock in and clock out.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not me. And that just I think that says a lot about me, as in like no matter what I do, I'm giving max effort because that's just it wouldn't be representative of me if I didn't.
Indeed.
But yeah, man. So Bob's Burgers it's not the most elaborate movie.
It,
It's
it was
not,
a, it was a decent watch. Like if you want to watch a movie for the night, even if you look, it's definitely a family movie.
yeah.
There's a couple of cuss words in there.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of that, how you feel about the stuffed animals?
Bruh, when he was talking shit, you're like, because they called me a baby. Well, you are talking to your stuffed animals right now.
Yeah.
Collectibles. And one of them's messed up and looks like it might not. He goes,
He said,
okay.
he said, enough said, I get it. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh
But
man.
it was a shit. It's those one liners that makes the movie like hilarious to me. Because like if you pull that away and just watch a movie as itself, you're like, okay, it's it's whatever.
Yeah.
But those one liners, it make you go back and you just do whenever the brother that had the fucking the sailor suit on, he'd be driving the little cart and I'll be like, Bling, hello,
Yeah.
where are you? Okay, go turn in here. Okay. Motherfucker lived in a treehouse.
Oh man.
Bruh.
Yeah.
They're like, he lived in a treehouse and they climbed out on that thing. Goes, oh, that's a weird place to put your dishes. Well, that's where serial killers might put their dishes. And then
I didn't even hear that part. He said
yeah,
for serial killers with the dishes.
yeah. And, yeah,
Man.
this moving balcony's throwing me off a little bit right now.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those ones where I think if you watch it 3 or 4 times, you'll hear different things every single time.
I definitely agree.
Yeah,
I definitely agree.
Okay, I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Why do they don't do it as much now, but they still do? Why do animated movies always have to be musicals?
Not always, but
They don't do it as much now. But back in the day, Back in the day, every animated movie had songs, had dance numbers,
Mm.
all this shit. Like,
I think because when you break, I think you can say more in the song that you can't say for real. If I know it's gonna make no sense at all, but if you have a real message to put out, I think it hits you subliminally before it hits you in reality. For
what you mean? Like,
instance, when you watch Frozen, and I
mm-hmm.
told you I thought "Let It Go" was a great song. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And it talked about letting go of the past. You know, and I when I told you one of my favorite parts of the song was "I'm standing frozen in the life I've chosen." You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like if that was said, I might not have got it that much. The fact that it was in a melody and it sounded good, I found myself singing it enough to then sit and actually listen to it. You know what I'm saying? And no, I wasn't singing Frozen like that. I'm just saying.
I you you just
I
you just
know.
stopped me.
I saw your face, so I knew you was going
Like
with
this
that.
motherfucker out here, grown ass man talking about just driving
Standing,
his truck.
standing frozen in the life I've chosen. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Just that one little part. Same thing with the Wiz. You can win. It's just like certain things that just happen to stand out.
Yeah.
And then when you break down the words of what they're actually saying, then you hear the whole message. So I think musicals just help you get a deeper message without
Okay,
giving you.
but if that's the case, why aren't there more musicals for live action?
Because live action don't want to hear no singing. They want to see action.
I don't know. I don't know.
You got movies. You got five senses, of course: seeing, hearing, tasting, touching. Was it feeling?
Smelling.
There you go. Shit, that one. I know it doesn't work too well. Shit. You know what I'm
I
saying?
know.
But no. So when you're watching a movie, you're really focused on seeing and hearing.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But if you can see something that can almost make you feel it,
Mm.
maybe taste it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It creates a different message. It's hitting you differently.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if I adhere to this drawn out theory that you got.
It
I don't
wasn't
know.
drawn. It was really in depth. It
It
wasn't
was
drawn
it
out.
was it was thought out. I'll give you that. It was elaborate. I don't know. I just feel like part of me just feels like the animators just want something cool to draw.
See, in this movie, I actually feel that way because the words and the music was so uncatchy.
Yeah.
It was like part of. It was just part of the movie.
So it was uncatchy, but if you listen to the words, there were some one-liners in the songs too.
See what
I
I'm
just did.
saying? But
Yeah.
you have to catch it.
Yeah.
And if everything's not in sync with at least three of your senses, you
Yeah.
ain't catching it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's just my opinion.
It's just fun. It's just funny to me that you see more musicals in animated movies than you see in live action.
Hmm.
I don't know.
I mean, a matter of fact, before not okay, erase Disney. What live action movie did you see that was a musical that stood out to you?
Chicago, West Side Story,
Okay,
La La Land. I haven't seen La La Land yet. I
La
gotta
La
watch
Land
La
was
La.
actually very good. But La La Land to me, it was a movie with music in it, not a musical. Which I know sounds fucking stupid,
But
but
all movies got music in it.
exactly. Even if it's a scary movie, but La La Land to me wasn't wasn't like Hamlet. It was a movie that had music parts in it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
To me,
All right.
so I understood it differently.
Yeah.
Versus if I'm watching Hamlet, it's a musical movie.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Hamlet. Well, that's Shakespeare, so he talks in
It's a
rhythm.
play. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
And
because La La Land, they try to film it like even though it's a movie, they
mhm,
try to do the sets and everything almost like if it was a play.
okay.
So if you watch the way the sets look and all that stuff, it almost looks 2D and flat a little bit because they want it to look more like something on stage versus an actual movie.
Hmm.
I don't know. It just struck me as odd because like when I was watching this movie, I was like, this might have been one of the animated movies where you didn't need.
No, I definitely felt that way.
Yeah.
Like the opening song was cool,
Yeah.
but that should have been it.
I like the one where they were in the Carney like the trailer park.
Oh, Lucky Duck or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that one. But like it was just I don't know. Dude, when the guy was following them, he goes, "Hey,
Hmm.
why is this one scary guy following us?" And they're
Yeah.
just looking back.
Hmm.
Like I don't know, there's a lot of little moments in this movie that I think are fucking hilarious, but they're so quick that I
Hmm.
can't pull them out. Like it's almost like
Okay.
I get so ones you got to watch it to pick up on it.
Yeah. So actually, speaking of the Carney scene, I actually feel like if they would have just mouthed or just said everything versus singing it,
Mm-hmm.
the message would have been a lot clearer.
Yeah.
Because this is what I caught from singing it, and if I'm wrong, correct me. You had a bunch of um low life, so to speak,
Yep.
that talked about serving their time, and yeah, they did some bad things, but they're good people now.
Mhm.
It's just because they
Hold
did
on,
some
hold on,
bad.
hold on, hold on. Wait a second. You can't call these people low lives when their traits are just like yours.
What? Driving trucks?
Oh, they did some time, but they good people.
Oh, I ain't do no time. Shit, get the fuck out of here. I did a couple days.
That's time.
Yeah,
Time's
yeah,
relative.
yeah, you know. But I guess the message in the song was, they talk about serving their time, tattooed up everything else the case may be, but
Mhm.
now they're trying to have an honest living, but they got a shitty ass boss. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So this is what I call from the song. Just because I have a past doesn't mean you got to treat me like my past.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm better than that.
Yeah.
But since you want to treat me that way, and I can't do much about that because I'm a felon, or I can't vote, I can't do this, that, whatever.
Yeah.
I have to live under the boss's thumb. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's the message I caught. Like, just because they did some bad things doesn't mean they're gonna keep doing bad things.
Yeah.
Don't keep them in that area of life.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think that's what the whole Carney thing signified.
Yeah.
That they live amongst each other because
Yeah. No one
that's
else is
the
giving them a
only safe
chance.
place to be. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
No, I get that.
Hmm.
But yeah. So the movie itself, again, not outrageously great, but like it's got some funny parts in it. I think
Hmm.
it's worth a watch because I like Bob's Burgers.
Yeah,
I
it's
actually
definitely
think
worth the watch.
I actually think a 30-minute episode was better than the
Hmm.
movie because it's just quick in and out and you got everything going. Whereas the movie it felt like a little more drawn out. Like it felt like it needed more of a beginning, middle, and end.
Hmm.
Where I feel like an episode wouldn't necessarily need it. So yeah,
Let me ask you this: the villain in the movie. Did you understand what he was talking about? What he was singing? Because after watching the movie twice, I still did not know what he was talking about.
I don't know. I don't remember what I just
O-
remember that he sung. You just
Okay,
told me.
okay, yeah, same thing.
Yeah,
And okay, and I don't know if it was because of the music choice, the song, the dancing, whatever,
yeah,
but I could not hear what he was talking about.
yeah. I understood his gripe, but I didn't really. That song wasn't catchy enough for me to like pick up and stuff.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but yeah. So that's Bob's Burgers. Check it out on HBO Max. I think it's funny. I don't know
I might have to get.
characters and
I might have to partake in herbal remedies and
I was
slow
I was
and
gonna say
slow
this
down a
might
little bit.
this might be one of the movies you watch high because you just hear certain things.
No, herbal remedies.
Hey,
It's the
this is
difference.
in euphoric states. But yeah, Jose, that's Bob's Burgers. So that
You
was
got
this week's movie. Yeah, whatever.
yeah. You got to watch this movie Chopped and
Yeah,
Screwed.
I need to get some food in me. I haven't
That's
eaten today.
shit. I don't know why you did it to yourself, man.
Well, no, because I was working. My day was going. The next thing you know, it was like 4 o'clock. I had to go to the store, and I was like, shit, I haven't eaten today. So I had a protein shake and a little snack. So as soon as we get done, I'm gonna make me some instant ramen.
Hey, shit, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. All right. So that was this week's movie. Next week's movie is up to old Chris Breezy. And next week's going to be fun because we're actually doing a little podcasting retreat.
Indeed.
To get some shit done because, we got to get this shit in the bag. And so we can actually film that in person. So I got to bring all this equipment with me.
I'm trying to go find some podcast pussy. No, I'm joking.
But I'll find you some, and it might be, you might have to, take a little, push a little things to the side. How many teeth, sunspots.
Hey, nothing wrong with a gummy.
Yeah, I know. But you about to pull down the pants, you catch the wombat.
Oh God.
Like, is this supposed to be like that?
Oh, fuck this. I'm up 2 miles. Not by any drunk. Call it a damn day. Oh God.
He was just like, they were trying to get drunk and pass those flyers around. He was like,
he just threw them at him.
I'm so tired.
And they were drinking champagne. Shit. Man. But so next movie we'll be watching together and make this thing happen.
Yep.
But the movie I have, because like I said, my last 2 weeks have been kind of rough for me. Is a movie I've actually always wanted to see, but just never really sat down to watch it, which is The Trial of the Chicago 7.
Oh, okay. So I have that saved on my queue, and I haven't watched that yet either.
Awesome. Okay.
Hell
cool.
yes.
Awesome.
All right. God damn, we about to get into a fucking discussion.
I hope so.
What are you hoping to get out of this movie? Because again, it's based on a true story.
Indeed, and honestly, I don't know what that true story is.
Yeah.
And the fact that I lived in Chicago for some time, for one, I want a history lesson.
Yeah.
And 2, I want to know after living there if whatever this trial caused, because I really know nothing about it.
Yeah.
Did it help change the city for better?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I just know I think it's written and directed by Aaron Sorkin, if I'm not mistaken. And if so,
and it's got a decent cast in it too. Isn't
I know Joseph Gordon-Levitt's in it.
Him, Sacha Baron Cohen, I believe, is in it too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then I think like two other people that are actually I think like 3 or 4 other people that.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah.
But,
no, Aaron Sorkin's dope. Aaron Sorkin created West Wing. He wrote fucking The Social Network, Fight Club. No, wait, no, David Fincher directed it, but I don't think Aaron Sorkin wrote it. But Aaron Sorkin is really well known for his screenwriting. So yeah, I'm excited. Yeah. All right. That sounds. See, we took 1 week to get away from the deep stuff.
Yeah.
Now let's dive back in.
Looking, my brain just couldn't function. No, I was like, you know what? That's why when I was talking to you earlier, and I was like, I have a movie in mind because I've had it in mind for a long, long time. Like I really want to watch this movie, but every time I scan by it.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? I can't think of shit right now. This is what we're gonna watch. I got a crazy, goofy ass backup just in case you watched it, but you didn't, so we're good.
Nice. All right, cool. All right, so that's this episode of Sarat and Chris's Movie Therapy Podcast. Again, it's your boy Sarat, aka Makazi.
And your boy Chris Brown, aka Red Fort Delta.
All right, and remember, go watch Bob's Burgers on the Bob's Burgers movie on HBO Max. And then where can we find the Trial of the Chicago 7?
That is on Netflix.
All righty. And we out.
And hey, go be a family. Shit.
Yes.
Go bring your family together. Go have a fucking dinner together.
Yeah.
At home where you guys cook. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, turn off the TV. Get the phones off the dinner table.
For real. Nothing to hide.
Bro. Yeah. I feel you. All right. Peace.
Yep.